Oh, why? Why? Why does everything have to go wrong? Why did you cut them in the middle of one? Stupid bloody idiot. Hi all. Obviously, as you're wondering what I'm going on about here, this is all about how to control our anger part 2, obviously, in the body positivity series that I want to address with you all today, obviously, in these series. So hopefully you guys can have a lowdown of how to go about it, obviously, on how to deal with the negative emotions that will come into series in different parts. So this is part 2 of what I'm sharing. So this will cover 3 methods on how to deal with your anger, which is method 1, understanding your anger. Method 2 will be controlling your chronic anger, and method 3 will be basically controlling your anger in that moment. So basically, if you don't know me right now and you're new to my channel, I welcome you all. I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, sharing my life stories, obviously, you know, as well as to hopefully giving you tips and advice along the way with the general health versus your mental health, along with creating these mental health and awareness series, as well as all these other series that comes into play that I feel to do. I do some fun videos along the way as well, which hopefully, time permitting, I'll be able to do so well. Um, as a disclaimer, as always though, however, before I begin this, I am no medical doctor, I am just your normal everyday Joe blog. So if you see any warning signs and symptoms in regards to some of these series that I have been shared based on mental health theories, seek professional help for yourself or your loved one, or seek an opinion for yourself and your loved one, because I don't forever condone self-harm. So let's begin this. As you know, basically I'm doing all about how to deal with your, or shall I say, how to deal or control with your negative emotions, and it's always possible that we can do it in a healthy way, regardless of all these emotions that fuels into one. So this one's obviously dealing with our anger part 2, as I said. Hopefully you'll enjoy these. Smash the like button or just engage with me by saying hello Aspie, yes I do, and maybe if you want to see more of these, give me a like as well, or just give me a heads up of what you want to see and the latest next few series over, regardless what it may be. So, in method 1, this is about understanding your anger. Number 1 is watch for physiological signs of anger. Anger is essentially a physiological emotion, but it is also physiological, which involves the chemical reactions in our brain. Basically, when you get angry, your amygdala, the center of your emotional processing, sends a distress signal to your hypothalamus, which then sends epinephrine along your autonomic nervous system through the path of sympathetic nervous system to the adrenal glands, which will then start pumping epinephrine, or adrenaline in this case, throughout your body, which I'll clearly hopefully find an illustration to give you guys a better understanding to what I'm sharing with you all. The adrenaline then gets your body ready to meet a threat, be it if it's a flight response, that will then increase your heart rate and sharpen your senses and heighten your senses. This process serves a biological purpose, as I said, preparing for this fight or flight response. But if you have an anger problem, your threshold for what may trigger you, this or the situation that you're in, for example, basically, if your threshold for what triggers this physiological response may be too low. For the example, if you get angry at a coworker for playing music too loudly in the office. Number 2, take inventory of your emotions. Anger often masks another emotion. Many a times, anger is a secondary emotion to hurt, sadness, grief, depression, or even fear. Anger emerges as almost a defense mechanism because it is easier for many people to deal with than any other emotions that we deal with on a daily. Think about whether you will allow yourself to feel a wide range of emotions, or if you may be suppressing emotions that you think you shouldn't feel in the first place. If you commonly substitute anger for other emotions that you find more difficult to deal with, however, consider seeing a therapist to learn to handle and accept these emotions as well. Number 3, accept that anger can be a normal and healthy emotion if used correctly. Anger isn't always a bad thing, far from it. Anger can serve a healthy purpose as well by protecting you from anything against continuation of abuse or wrongdoings. If you perceive that someone is harming you, you will likely to become more angry, and that the anger will prompt you to confront that person or end the harm in another manner. Number 4, watch for signs that your anger is out of control. This is an important one. While anger can be healthy, as I mentioned, it can also be unhealthy. So it can be a positive or a negative. You may need to deal with an anger problem through self-help or professional help if the following statements are true. 1, insignificant occurrences make you very angry, such as you spilled some milk on the floor, or 2, you're accidentally dropping an object all the time onto the floor. 3, when you're angry, you display aggressive behaviors, including yelling, screaming, or hitting. Number 4 is the problem is chronic, it happens time and time again. And number 5, you have an addiction, and when you are under the influence of drugs or alcohol, your temper gets worse, or your behavior may become more violent. Method 2, controlling your chronic anger. Number 1 is engage in physical activity. The endorphins that come from exercise can help you to calm down. And moving your body will provide a physical outlet for your rage, or anything for that matter. In this way, exercise can help you in the moment of that anger that you feel. However, maintaining a regular exercise schedule can also help you regulate your emotions in general. While you exercise, focus on thinking about the exercise in your body, not what has been on your mind lately. Some form of exercise that might appeal to you and help you control your anger may include running or jogging, weight training, cycling, yoga, basketball, martial arts, swimming, dance, boxing, meditating. These are only a few, to say the least. Number 2, getting enough sleep at night. As we know, most of us adults need our sleeping time for at least 7 to 8 hours a night to thrive. Being sleep deprived, however, can contribute to a wide range of health problems, including the inability to manage these emotions properly. Getting adequate sleep can improve your mood and lessen your anger. If you have chronic sleep problems, consult your physician. You may be able to make dietary changes or lifestyle changes, however, to improve your sleep. You may also be able to try some herbal or medicinal supplements to sleep more. Forever seek your doctor first, though, however, to see what they may want to recommend for you. Number 3, keep an anger journal. Begin writing down details about your anger. If you had an episode or event in which you lost control of your emotions, write it down. Be sure to include exactly how you felt, what caused you to be angry, what were the triggers to it, where you were at the time, who you were with, if there was any involvement of this person, how you reacted in that situation with that person, and how you felt afterwards. After you have kept your journal for a while, however, you should be able to begin to look for some commonalities in among your entries to identify the people, places, or things that has triggered your anger in the first place. A simple journal entry may look or sound like this. Here's an example. Today, I became very angry at a co-worker at work. He called me selfish for not offering to pick up lunch for everyone. We were in the lounge area, and I was taking a break from a stressful day by eating a cheeseburger and minding my business from the restaurant next door to the office. I got really angry and yelled back at him, called him a name, and stormed off. I then punched the desk when I got back to my office. Then I felt guilty and ashamed and hid myself in my office in the rest of the day. Over time, you may evaluate your journal and find that being called a name such as selfish is a trigger for your anger. Number 4, put together an anger management plan. Once you begin to identify the triggers or causes to your anger, you can make a plan for dealing with those causes or triggers. Using these strategies for controlling anger listed in part 1 can help, along with scripting an if-then response ahead of time. For example, you might know that you're going to visit your mother-in-law, who makes disparaging remarks about your parenting style. You could then decide ahead of time, if she makes a comment about my parenting, I will calmly tell her that I appreciate her, but I am going to make my decisions about the way that I parent, regardless of how she feels about those opinions. You may also like to decide that you will leave the room or even pack up and go home if you feel that your anger is growing more and more over time. Number 5, practice assertive expression of your anger. People using assertive expression of anger acknowledges the needs of both parties involved in a disagreement. To practice assertive expression, you should stick to the facts involved, not exaggerated by the emotion that's entailed. Communicate requests rather than demands in a respectful way. Communicate clearly and then express your feelings effectively. This approach differs from passive expression, which involves being angry without saying anything, and aggressive expression, which generally manifests as an explosion or outburst that generally seems disproportionate to the problem at hand. A classic example to illustrate is if you're angered by a coworker playing music loudly every day while you're trying to do some work, you could say to them, I understand you enjoy listening to music while you are working, but the music makes it difficult for me to focus on my own work. I would like to request for you to use headphones instead of playing music out loud so that it is not a distraction to your co-workers and so that we can all have a pleasant work environment for us all. Number 6, find a local anger management program. Anger management programs can help us to learn to deal with anger and control our emotions healthily. Attending a group class can help us feel as though we're not alone in our situation and may find people in our peer groups as helpful as individual therapy for some kinds of problems. To find an anger management program that is right for us, we could try searching online for anger management class, plus the name of our city, state, or region wherever we are. This could include, search terms like for teens or for PTSD to find a group tailored to our specific situation. We can also then look for appropriate programs by asking our physician or therapist or consulting our self-improvement course offerings at our local community centres. Number 7, seeing a mental health professional. Now and again, it's okay to see a mental health professional because obviously they will have the ins and outs of how to handle our mental health versus basically our emotions and whatever else. As we know from time to time, if our anger or anything has progressed to the point that is interfering our day-to-day living or our ability to maintain any positive relationships, therefore we should seek medical advice or seek a therapist that's specialised in this area of field. They then can assess the root of our problem and whether or not we require therapy, medication, or some of the combination of both of these. A therapist can then give us relaxation techniques to use in situations that make us feel angry. They can then help us develop emotional coping skills and communication training. Last but not least, method 3, controlling our anger in that given moment. Number 1, take a break as soon as you recognize that you're angry. You can take a break by stopping what you're doing, getting away from whatever is irritating you, and or just taking a breather. It's okay to be angry for a while and take a breather. Take time out for ourselves. Getting away from whatever is upsetting us will make it infinitely easy to calm down. Remember that we don't have to respond to the situation immediately, however. We can count to 10 or even say, I will think about it and get back to you, to give us additional time to cool down if necessary. If we're angry at work, we could go to a room or step outside for the moment. If we're driving to work, consider maybe sitting in our car so that we're in our own space of our own. And if we're upset at home, we could go to a single occupancy space such as a bathroom, shower, whatever, or go for a walk, or walk with someone who we can trust, or someone that we can turn to that can help us. Number 2, let yourself feel angry. It is perfectly normal to express emotions such as anger or any other emotions in this matter of what I've shared so far. Allowing yourself a little time and space to feel angry may help you accept the anger and then move on. Once we move on, we can then stop returning to the anger and reliving the reason that you were angry. To allow ourselves to experience our anger, think about locating it in your body. Do you feel the anger in your stomach, in your clenched fist? Find your gut, let it be, and then let it go. Number 3, breathe deeply. If your heart hammers with rage, slow it down by controlling your breathing. Deep breathing is one of the most important steps in meditation, which then therefore can contribute to controlling our emotions. Even if you don't fully meditate, use deep breathing techniques can offer the similar benefits as meditation. Count to 3 as you inhale, Hold your breath in your lungs for 3 more seconds and count to 3 again as you exhale. Focus only on the numbers as you do this. Be sure that every breath you take in fully fills your lungs, causing your chest and belly to expand. Exhale fully each time and pause each between the exhale and the next inhale. Keep breathing until you feel that you have regained control. 4. Visualize a happy place where you feel happy. If you're still having a difficult time in calming yourself down, imagine yourself in a scene you find incredibly relaxing. It could be your childhood backyard, a quiet forest, a solitary island, or even an imaginary land. Any place that makes you feel at home and at peace. Focus on imagining every detail of this place. The light, the noises, the temperature, the weather, the smells. Keep dwelling on your happy place until you feel completely immersed in it and hang out there for a few minutes or until you feel calm. Number 5, practice positive self-talk. Changing the way that you think about something from negative to a positive, known as cognitive reconstruction, can help you deal with your anger in a healthier way. After you've given yourself a moment to calm down, discuss the situation with yourself in a positive and relaxing terms. For example, if you experience some road rage, you could try turning from "that idiot almost killed me, I want to kill him too" "that guy almost swiped me, but maybe he was experiencing an emergency and I'll probably never have to see him again. I feel lucky that I'm alive and my car is safe and unscratched. I'm fortunate that I can still drive and I can continue to calm and focus myself when I get back on the road. Number 6, ask for the support from someone you can trust. Sometimes sharing your concerns with a close friend or confidant might help you to vent your anger. Clearly express what you want from the other person. If you just want a sounding board, state at the beginning that you don't want help or advice, just sympathy. If you're looking for a solution, let the other person know. Either way, just by communicating. Communication is key. Set a timer while you're talking, however, and venting out these things that are upsetting you, and step to it. When the time is up, your rant should be over as well. This will help you move on instead of dwelling on that situation endlessly. Last but not least, number 7, try to see some sense of humor in what angered you in the first place. After you've fully calmed down and you've established that you're ready to get over the incident, try to see the lighter side to it, or the lighter side to life. Casting the incident in a humorous light can actually change the chemical responses in our body from anger to humor. For example, if someone runs you off the side of your road in your car, you might think about how silly it is that they might get going 15 seconds faster than you by not yielding to you. You can have a good chuckle about how their priorities are out of order and move on with your life, however. Well, this quickly ends how to control your anger, part 2. Give me the like for thumbs up for support and engagement. Comment below. Feel free to follow me on my social media sites. Feel free to share these videos around. Feel free to also, if you want to be on my join me on my journey on my YouTube family, feel free to do so by subscribing to my channel, because I do this hopefully on the daily. Therefore, also, if you are subscribed to my channel or you haven't been subscribed to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you can be up to date with what Aspie's up to.